By the end of this video, you will know how to navigate in closed 3D workspace, such as the menu, library panel, both 3D and 2D toolbars, as well as know how to use many free assets that come with closed 3D to create a simple dress. So we are here in closed 3D. In closed 3D workspace contains menus up here, and then the library panels over here on the left, and over here a 3D window. To the right is a 2D windows, and each window contains a toolbar. To the right corner over here is a cloud library where you can save certain project that you can use it later. And next to it, to the right, is the tabs. And below that is Objects Browser. Below the Objects Browser is the Property Editor. And come down here, right below the Property Editor, we have 4 buttons. I will explain every of these functions. So there are many tools and functions in closed 3D. However, we are going to focus only the essential tools and functions which get you started in closed 3D. The menu allows you to access to most tool, function, and asset. For example, if you want to access to the 2D sewing pattern, you go to 2D pattern, click on it, and you come down here to create, and then point your mouse over, and to the right you will see polygon tool, rectangular tool, ellipse tool, and so forth. If I want to select a polygon tool, I just click on it, and then you come down here. You can use that polygon tool to draw a shape. So click 1 to start the point, and then continue, click on it to place the next point to the next point, and come back over here, and then you click on the point that you started to close your shape. Library panel. The library panel allows you to access favorites, and in the favorite are assets such as avatar, garment, hanger, fabric, hardware and trim. Lastly is stage. And in the asset folder, if you double click on it, you open subfolder, and the subfolder appear below down here. For example, if you want to load the avatar onto a workspace, you go to female underscore v1, double click on it, and down below here you will see many avatars, and if you hover your mouse over each avatar, and if you look to the right, you will see the name for each avatar. For example, this avatar name Emma. It's began by F v1 underscore Emma dot AVT. And come down here, you see more and more avatar. Okay. My favorite avatar is Kelly, so I'm gonna double click on her to load her into the 3D as well as into the 2D windows. So double click on her to download. After opening the avatar, I am going to change her hair. To change her hair, I have 2 ways to get to the hair folder. Number 1, you can go to under the library panel, double click on the avatar, And then below here, you will see female underscore V1. Double click on it to open and come to the right here. You see the hair folder? Double click on that. After you double click on the hair folder, you will see many hairstyles to select from. Double click on that hairstyle to select it. Okay. And number 2, we can come right here to this folder, double click on it. Again, you can see this hair subfolder, double click on it, and it's bring you this hairstyle that you can select from. Again, double click on the hairstyle that you like, select this one, back to where we were. To move the avatar from one spot to another, press down Alt and then click on her to move wherever you like, left, right, however. Okay. Next, I want to change her shoe. To do so, we're gonna go to this folder here, double click on it, and you come down here, you see these subfolders named shoes, double click on that folder, and we will see many shoe selections such as boots, ballet, high heel. And if you see right here this file, like kind of gray area, you just click on it to download into your library. Now, if you want to select any of the shoe style, just double click on it. And now we have the shoe that we just selected. Next, I'm going to change her pose. Again, come to this folder, double click on it, and come down here to the subfolder. You see pose, double click on that folder to open the poses. And here we have a model pose or just a plain pose. You can select any pose you would like. Just double click on it and this open pose window pop up. By default, pose only maintain avatar size. It's already checked. You just click OK. And now she changes her pose from plain old pose to a model pose. And again, I'm going to rotate her by press down Alt and right click on your mouse to rotate her to see from the back, from the side, how you like. Quick tip, it is nice that she has this model pose, but for the draping purpose, we will change her back to this plain pose so we can drape her. So again, double click and then pose only, maintain, checks, and then click OK to confirm the changes. Again, I'm gonna move her to the center of the workspace. To do so, press down Alt, click on her and drag. So after we familiar with the avatar, I'm going to point out a few essential functions as well as the tool that we are going to use in this closed 3D workspace. So right here in the closed 3D window to the left hand side here, these are the assets. And if you look at right here below this left corner of each icon, you see this blue kind of bubble looking thing. Blue one mean it is active. And if you see this gray one, that means it is inactive. The same as below here. This is an asset again. This is the avatar. Come down here, we have more function and tool that we can play with. However, there are few essential ones that I want to point out. So if you hover your mouse over each icon, you will see the name appear. For example, you see this right here is show arrangement point. Show arrangement point is very important, where you can place your garment on the avatar whenever we need it from. Like say, if we want to create a hat, we have arrangement point on top of her head. Or for the collar, we have the next. Or for the skirt below here, we have the skirt part. I will show you how to place the garment on top of the avatar in later on, okay? And another important function that we should know is avatar display. So you see again, hover your mouse over the icon, you will see each name. So the function that I think it is important, such as show avatar, show arrangement point, and this is another one that's very important, show X-ray joint. If you click on it, you see this X-ray thing. This allows you to click on the avatar, and you can delete the avatar if you want to, okay? We're not gonna do that for now, but it's a good function to know. And just remember this, you click on the icon once to activate. If you click on twice to deactivate that function, okay? So click on it one more time. Now the X-ray function is disappeared. So again, come back here and you see this, all the blue dots. That means that function is active. So click on it to deactivate the function or the tool. And come down here. This is very important. So we have texture surface. When we draft a garment, we want the garment to look as realistic as we can. And the texture allows the garment to look as realistic as it like in a real life garment. Because a real fabric, we have the wrong side as well as the right side of the fabrics, okay? And come down here, we have the fit map, like stress map, strain maps, all those stuff. Later on, we will dress her, and then those functions will be used, and we are going to master those essential function and the essential tool in here, okay? So next, here are the tools, and up here we call that a toolbar. To activate each tool, again, click on one to activate, click on twice to deactivate. So right here, simulation tool, and again right here guys, if you look below that, you see simulate and parenthesis space. That means simulate tool and a shortcut key is space bar, okay? The same here, hover over it. So this tool is select/move tool. Shortcut key is letter Q on your keyboard. Again, there are many functions and many tools in here, but we only need to focus a few of them. Number one here, simulation tools. We're gonna use it over and over all the time. And then select/move tool, edit sewing tool, segment sewing tool, and free sewing tool. Okay, that in the 3D window. Come to the 2D windows, there are a few essential tools that we are going to use over and over, and we need that tool. So tool number one, transform pattern. Again, shortcut key letter A. And here, edit pattern. And we also have edit curve point, and add point/split line. And this is the tool that we are going to use for draft the pattern. Polygon tool, and if you click on it, you see this like gray area right here, gray like tiny arrow. Each tool that have that gray tiny arrow, you click on it, you will see more tool available for us. So right here, rectangular tool, and again, we will use those essential tool to draft a simple dress, and more function down here. Again, they behave pretty much the same in 3D as well as in 2D. Just remember that in 2D section function right here, it's only affects in the 2D window, okay? So more like a shortcut key for a display. Let's say we want to put a top stitch on top of a dress. If we click certain area here to hide or to show, it's only affects in this 2D window, okay, for this display. And this down here is again a fabric texture that we can use whether we want to show the texture in the 2D window or we want to hide it. Okay, so these are the tools in the 2D window: edit sewing, segment sewing, and free sewing tools. Again, important tips: some tools available in both 3D and 2D windows. Okay, so over here is a cloud library, or call it a closet. You can save any of your project in that closet. And to the right here is a tab, and under tab there we have subtabs. And below that, if you click on any of these tabs, it will bring you this window. For example, if you click on the animation tabs, okay, similar quality have been changed to complete for high quality, so click OK to show the animation tab. Next, if we want to go to, let's say after we finish creating a dress pattern, we want to print or save the pattern that we create, you come down here to print layout. Click on it to select, okay? And here, if you hover the mouse over this line, you can click on it and then drag to adjust this window, okay? And again, you see right here, it looks like it's quite big. We want to zoom in a little bit. And up here, save image. This guy is really cool. You can save your pattern for an actual side pattern. You just click save image, and then it brings you this window. You can display a green line or not, and you can change the unit to centimeter. So right here you can click below here to show the fabric texture, and down here you can show more, such as let's say we want to show a green lines on top of a pattern. You just click this to show, and when you're done, click save here or click reset. For this example, we're not gonna save any pattern, so I'm gonna click cancel, okay? And now bring us back to this printing mode. Or if we decided we want to continue working on our work, we're gonna go back here again to this tab, click this arrow, you see this point down arrow, click on it, and you can select simulation. This simulation will bring us back to where we were. So right below here, object browser, and under object browser we have scene, fabric, button, buttonhole, and you see this gray arrow right here. If you click on it, it shows us more top stitch, puckering, grading, and so on. Below that is the property editor. This property editor where you can display and edit any property in any of your objects, okay? And we will work on the property editor over and over for this tutorial. And down below here we have 4 icons. The first one is 3D and 2D window. If you click on it, and it will take us to again 3D and 2D windows. And this icon here, it again just hover your mouse over, guys, you will see the name of it. So this one, if you click on it, only show the 3D window. To the right there, again click on it, just a 2D window. And if it's too big for you to display, you can go right click and just zoom, extend all. It will take you to the where you want it to zoom in. And right here, 2D window, click on it to display just a 2D window. Finally, this like an undo button, it's called a reset layout. You click on it to reset your layout back to the default layout, which is 3D window and 2D window.